Welcome to the lesson on color. So you don't need to know a ton about color to get started with painting, but it's helpful to know a little bit when you're intuitively choosing colors for your painting. You kind of want to know a little background information that will help you. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So first of all, here's a color wheel. You can get one of these very inexpensively on Amazon. And so something to note is that the red, orange, yellow, that's the warm colors, and this side is the cool colors. And what I want to talk about is how you pair them to sort of make them pop. So the colors directly opposite each other on the color wheel here, for example, yellows and purples, are going to complement each other. So when they're next to each other, they really are going to be standing out more. So that would be like yellow and purple, red and green, orange and blue, and all the shades of them. So when you're intuitively painting and you're painting some orange, you can have a mental note in the back of your mind like, ooh, if I put a pop of blue on here, it's really gonna showcase it. Another thing to note is that the colors that are next to each other are called analogous colors, and those ones really go well together. So you can have like a whole painting that's like red, orange, and yellows, different shades thereof, like rust, mustard, things like that, or like these colors all together, same thing. And there's a quote by Marc Chagall that I'm gonna put in this video, but it's basically all the colors are friends of their neighbors and the lovers of their opposites. So that's just something to take note of when you're choosing your colors. Another thing is that black and white will always add contrast. So for example, here there's like darker areas and then you've got the white and it really pops. Same for black. If you have like a darker or a lighter area like here, and then you have black next to it, that's also going to pop. Another thing that really, trying to find another word other than pop, but that's the word. Another color idea is to throw in fluorescence. These work really well, just in small doses. You know, really bright colors like this will really add something to your composition. So also color schemes, color palettes, things like that. So for me, before I am beginning to paint, since I paint intuitively, I really don't choose a color scheme. Instead, I just like lay out a bunch of colors that I love, and I know the colors I love already. But I kind of go in with like a rainbow theme where I'm just adding every color under the sun, and then as the painting progresses, I might tone it back and go in a certain direction. I don't always have my paintings with all the colors in the rainbow. Like for example, this one pretty much has every color in it. Sometimes I will do a more muted, like, you know, all warm colors or something, depending on the painting. I kind of just go with the direction that the painting is going in. So you don't have to have like a grand plan of your color palette before you get started. You can just kind of play with what is really speaking to you, and then in later layers you can refine it a little bit and say, you know what, I'm really enjoying these cool colors. I want to stick to, you know, blues and greens and maybe a little black and white, a little bit of neutrals thrown in, and that's totally up to you. Alternatively, if you do enjoy color palettes, you can look around on Pinterest. You can look to your wardrobe, to your home, different things that inspire you, and put a color palette together before you start and just lay them out and go from there. Pinterest does have a lot of different color palettes, so you can just like type that in the search engine, like color palettes, and then maybe start like pinning a board of color palettes that you enjoy, so that, you know, if you're at the paint store, you can pick up those colors, and then before you get started painting, you can just have them laid out. So yeah. Oh, another thing is a triads color theme. Basically on the color wheel here, you can pick in a triangle and they'll go really nice together. So for example, this turquoise, purple, sort of mustard. So if you just want to have like 3 colors to get started with, and then maybe throw in a little black and white, a little tan, grays, things like that. Neutrals are there to add balance to your composition. And I think that is it for today for color. So let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video.